Aloha to all the spooks out there. Welcome back to another episode of Spine-ChillingChats, where every Wednesday we dig up the darkest corners of true crime, history, folklore, and the supernatural. I'm Ange.
And I'm Amanda.
Tonight, we dive into one of Hawaii's most feared legends, the Night Marchers. These are no ordinary ghosts. They are the spirits of ancient warriors, bound by duty even in death, marching through forests, valleys, and sacred grounds. To hear them is a warning. To see them is a death sentence. Tonight, yeah.
That's new.
Yep.
Huh.
Tonight, we step into the shadows where torches burn bright in the darkness, drums echo through the night, and the restless ranks of the huakaʻi move silently, unstoppable and unforgiving. Lie down, close your eyes, and listen carefully, for the march has begun.
And we're in March. Dun-dun-dun. So you're going to talk about it, obviously, but like, is this kind of like a Medusa type thing? Except you don't turn it to stone, but like, see, I mean, you're just like, no, you're dead.
No.
Okay.
In Hawaiian tradition, the night marchers, known as the huakaʻi, the night procession, and sometimes called uio or spirit ranks, are described as the spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors. They are said to move as an organized vanguard for a sacred ali'i, a king or chief or chiefess. Their purpose is not random wandering, but duty.
Chiefless?
Chiefess.
I never heard that.
A woman chief.
I figured, but like, I've never heard it.
Even in death, they serve. Accounts place their appearance on nights dedicated to major Hawaiian deities such as Kani, Ku, Lono, and especially Kanaloa. I want to briefly touch on the legends surrounding each of the deities. So Kani, in the 1907 collection, Legends of Hawaii.
I'm sorry. You can leave this in your cutout. I just remembered. Sorry, before you get too deep into it. Look at how cute my dad is.
What is all that?
Just give me something to look into for the cast. So he sent me all these things that we can look into for the podcast. Like, he's so cute. He's always trying to
I'm so glad your family's so supportive. My family doesn't give a shit except for Connor.
And we appreciate you, Connor.
Yes, Connor. I don't even know if he still listens. I haven't spoken to him in one time.
I hope he does, but doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to lose any fan base, but like, he's too young.
Well, he's
know.
Going to be 15 in October.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was 12.
No, he's going to be 15.
But yeah, he was cute. He's sending me all this stuff for the podcast, for the cast. He said, for the cast. Thanks, Pops.
Thanks. Thanks for supporting us.
He's one of 2 supporters. 3.
Yes, your cousin too.
Yeah. It's Sarah.
And Sarah.
So 1 of 5.
And Mark in England.
I was counting him.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
I was already counting him. Don't get ahead of yourself now.
So if you're listening, drop your name and we'll shout you out and add you to our list.
Yeah, we do a shout out now every week. So we keep doing the same shout out. So all right.
Okay.
Back on track.
Yeah. In the 1907 collection, Legends of Hawaii, an account of creation centers on the god Kane. Kane.
Kane.
Kane.
Come on, Kane, get it together.
The author notes that multiple versions of the story exist, likely reflecting different waves of Polynesian migration to the islands over centuries, which makes sense because Polynesian, like, it's a large area.
Okay, so I always, and you guys may think I'm stupid for this, I didn't know where Polynesians were from.
All the islands
Okay.
around in that ocean area. So
Around Hawaii or around like the Florida.
It's not just, it's not Florida. That's on the opposite side.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you like in between? Because aren't the islands, the Virgin Islands that are around Florida?
Yeah, that's not part of Polynesian.
Okay, so it's definitely,
it's just over in the
Hawaiian area.
So it's considered all of these. So,
so it's by Australia,
New Zealand.
So in between Australia and Hawaii,
Fiji, Tonga, Samoa, the Cook Islands.
Okay.
And then way over here is our little Hawaii.
Okay.
So yeah, it's all of these.
Okay, now I know because I had no idea.
Micronesia. I never even heard of that. I know there's so many. Like, America really sucks in their schooling of other countries. Like geography, we didn't focus on it.
We did, but not like the continents and the states and the cities, like nothing, and then
People
nothing like in depth over on the other side of the world.
Like people will say a country, and I'm like, I've never even fucking heard of.
I know where Russia is. I know where Italy is. I know where Europe is. Thailand. I don't know anything smaller or anything about their culture because we didn't cover it. We only covered American stuff. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird nowadays. I don't even understand it sometimes.
While details vary, the core elements remain consistent. In the beginning, there was only Po and endless darkness, a state of formless existence. From within the vast blackness, Kane became aware of himself as something distinct. Through an act of will, he separated himself from Po, from the darkness. His emergence was followed by Lono and then Ku, who also drew themselves out of the primordial darkness.
Doesn't that remind you of a movie?
Coming out of the primordial darkness?
Primordial. I'll think of it. Go ahead.
Once manifest, Kane brought light into existence, pushing back the surrounding void. Lono introduced sound, and Ku gave substance and form. Together, the three established order and created the lesser gods. They then brought forth the Menehune, often described as smaller spiritual beings who served as messengers and helpers. The world itself was fashioned as a foundation for the gods. In the final act of creation, red clay was gathered from the four corners of the earth. The clay was mixed with divine spittle, tua, and shaped into the form of a man. Kane is said to have fashioned the head from a special white clay. Of course, it had to be white.
Right.
Some white person wrote this.
Wasn't it just red, but it's a white red?
Yeah. Then the three gods breathed life into the figure, animating it. In this telling, the first human was created in the image of Kane. Another version of the tradition presents a different emphasis. In some sacred accounts, Kane alone breathes life into the clay figure and is credited with creating the heavens. In this variation, Ku forms the body of the man and Lono assisting, but it is Kane who grants life. Kaneloha enters certain versions of the story in a more complex role. In some traditions, he attempts to replicate Kane's act of creation, but fails to bring his own figure to life. He then declares that although man may live for a time, death will ultimately claim him, and that the dead will belong to Kanaloa. This aligns with traditions that associate him with the realm of the dead, distinct from Kane's life-giving force. Interpretations of Kanaloa differ. Some describe him as a complementary or shadow aspect of Kane. Others portray him as a separate deity connected to the sea, sometimes symbolized by the squid or octopus. There are scholarly suggestions that Kanaloa's prominence may reflect later cultural influences, as earlier traditions makes less mention of him before roughly 1100 AD. In certain narratives, he stands in tension with Kane, embodying a contrasting but interconnected force. Separate from these accounts is the creation story found in the Kumalupo, the great Hawaiian creation chant. In this tradition, Wakia, the Sky Father, and Ho'okukalani, associated with the stars, have a firstborn son who is stillborn. When he is buried, a kalo or taro plant grows from his navel. This child is named Haloa. A second son, also named Haloa, in honor of the first, which is weird.
I was going to let you finish, but yeah, I was going to say
becomes the first human ancestor.
Like, that's just like, we talked about the ones that like
Sarah Sally.
Yeah, like
that they were all Sarah, but then she went by Sally because.
Or the one that was like, oh, I had a kid named Jeff, and then I had another kid and named him Carter, and then Jeff died, so I had another one and named him Jeff. Yeah, like that's weird. Just weird to me.
Yeah,
you had a kid.
You're not replacing him,
right? You can't have another Jeff. You already had a Jeff.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. Don't name him Jeff again. Like, would you have another kid and name it Landon?
No, absolutely not.
It's just because it feels like you were replacing him, and that's not.
No,
that's not what it is. Like, I would feel the same. Like, nope. That name is to that child specifically for a reason. You gave him that name. That is his image. That is his, what do you call it? Property.
Yeah.
You don't name your kid another kid. No.
I agree. In this lineage, the relationship between humanity and the land is direct and familial. The kalo plant is regarded as the elder sibling and humans as the younger. People are therefore responsible for tending the kalo, while the kalo sustains them in return. In this version of creation, Kane is not central. Instead, the bond between human life and the natural world takes precedence. Even the word aloha carries echoes of these themes. Traditionally, the greeting was exchanged by touching foreheads and sharing breath. Ew. So you just got somebody's nasty breath.
So you touch foreheads and like, I don't get it.
Aloha.
Oh.
Aloha.
No, what if they just ate garlic? Gross.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gross anyway, regardless. But
yeah.
No, thank you. All
right.
I'm not knocking anybody's culture, like with the name thing. I wanted to put that out there. I'm not knocking anybody's culture. If that's your culture, that's amazing for you guys.
It's just weird to us.
It's weird to us
it's not
because
ours.
we're dumb Americans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't have any fucking
culture
or anything like that.
We just steal everybody else's.
So.
And then make fun of it.
Yeah. Or ruin it.
Yeah. Or ruin it. Yeah. This act symbolized the exchange of life force, the breath that animates living beings. In the context of the creation stories, it reflects the divine breath first given to humanity and a reminder that life itself was once spoken into clay. That's kind of beautiful, though.
Yeah.
That's the reason they do that, is because it's like the creation of life.
Yeah. And I like that. That is not like, that is nice and beautiful, but please just give me the leis. Just give me the leis and just aloha. Like, I'm good with that. I don't need to have life breathed into me. I'm alive.
You might need it, actually. You might need it. You might need it. You could use a little life.
I probably could, man, especially after this last fucking 2 weeks.
First, let's suck the dead life out of you.
And then let me breathe new life into you.
Yes. Yeah.
That's fine. Just don't eat garlic or onions. So.
Okay, so next one is Ku, also known as Akua. Ku is a major deity in Hawaiian tradition associated with war, governance, agriculture, and fishing. He is sometimes described as the husband of the goddess Hina or Hina. I'm not sure. I didn't look that one up. Sorry. Because the word Ku in Hawaiian can mean to stand, and one meaning of Hina can be to fall. So it's like the yin and yang kind of thing, to stand and to fall. Some have suggested that their pairing represents a symbolic balance or complementary dualism. However, this interpretation is not strongly supported when compared with the other Polynesian languages. In several related traditions, distinctions remain between original ning and n sounds, which complicates the linguistic connection. For example, in Maori tradition from New Zealand, Hina is associated with the moon rather than with the concept of falling. This suggests that the Hawaiian name Hina is more closely aligned with broader Polynesian meanings, often linked to a silvery or gray tone, similar to mahina, the Hawaiian word for the moon.
I think I would like that. Oh, like that.
The moon?
Yeah, and the silvery gray. I think that's
pretty too.
Yeah.
Within Hawaiian cosmology, Ku stands alongside Kane and Lono as one of the great primordial deities. These gods are described as having,
I knew I'd remember, Hook. When they're having the fake food fight. He was like, primordial.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I knew that sounded familiar.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I just can't remember the saying.
Yeah, I don't remember the phrase exactly.
Okay, anyway.
These gods are described as having existed from the earliest moments of creation. Together, they are credited with bringing light into the world, marking the transition from the darkness of the beginning into ordered existence. Lono. In Hawaiian religious tradition, Lono is associated with fertility, agriculture, rainfall, music, and peace. He is one of the four great deities who existed before the formation of the world, alongside Ku, Kane, and Kanaloa, who is sometimes described as Kane's counterpart. One well-known tradition describes Lono as a god of fertility and music who descended to earth along a rainbow in order to wed Laka. In agricultural life, he was closely connected with rain and the growth of food crops.
How would you like to enter a room on a rainbow?
I mean, that's pretty fucking magical.
Yeah.
I feel like they're always after me, Lucky Charms.
Like, you're just sliding in on a fucking rainbow.
That'd
be fucking awesome.
Refracted light. just sliding down refracted light.
Because we're fucking awesome.
Was it the Nyan cat? The little Pop-Tart cat that has the rainbow coming out of its butt? I don't even remember. There was music that went with it.
Yeah. I couldn't even remember the name of a movie a minute ago.
The nourishment of the land, the return of the rains, and the abundance of harvest were seen as expressions of his presence. Because of this life-giving role, he was sometimes called Lono Makua, Lono the provider. Lono was also identified with peace. In his honor, the annual Makahiki Festival was observed, typically spanning from October through February. That's a long festival, yo. During this,
that's our birth month.
Yeah.
From Angie's birthday
my
to mine.
birthday to yours. We're
that's
having
how we celebrate.
Makahiki.
We go big.
During the sacred season, warfare was strictly kapu or forbidden, and unnecessary labor was suspended. So we're going to sit around, not fight, and just chill and eat.
Chill and eat and drink and have our banana leaves.
Yeah.
Waving at us. Heck yeah. Like I said, we go big.
Yeah.
We don't just celebrate a day or a week or a month. We celebrate a couple.
A whole season.
So.
It was a time set apart for tribute, athletic competition. Oh,
see?
We're not doing that.
I do, though. I like athletics. Andrew do the...
I like some
tribute and ritual stuff. I'll do ritual stuff. But I'll do the athletic stuff.
I mean, I'm very competitive. I don't mind participating in sports. I don't like watching sports because it's boring.
Oh.
I want to play.
Okay. We'll do that.
But I'm too fat to play now.
I know. I
gotta wait till I get skinny and then I can play.
Even then, when I was skinny, I didn't want to run.
Really?
Yeah, because I was so floppy.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, it was a time set apart for tribute, athletic competition, ritual observance, and renewal. Even the weather reflected his domain. The winter Kona storms, which bring rain to the leeward sides of the islands, are traditionally associated with Lono. These rains were not merely meteorological events, they were signs of blessing and fertility.
So, what do you think the Kona ice truck is?
Shit, we all getting pregnant.
I'm not eating there anymore. No, thank you.
Ritual life in ancient Hawaii followed both monthly and yearly cycles. For much of the year, approximately 8 months, the Luakini temple was dedicated to Ku, whose rites were marked by strict kapu. Each month also contained designated kapu pool periods that required careful observance and ceremony. Violations of these sacred restrictions would bring severe consequences, ranging from confiscation.
Confiscation. Yeah.
Confiscation. I always put a G in there. Confiscation.
Well, you put a G in everything.
I know, apparently. Confiscation. Because you confiscate. Confiscation of property to, in the most serious cases, death. Within the sacred structure of seasons, storms, planting, and peace, Lono's presence marked a shift from war to renewal, a reminder that balance between force and fertility shaped the rhythm of life. Kanalua. In ancient Hawaiian tradition, Kanalua is a deity often symbolized by the squid or octopus and is frequently associated with the god Kane. The name Kanaloa is also used as an alternative name for the island of Kaho'oloe. Maybe? In chants and traditional stories, Kane and Kanalua are sometimes portrayed as complementary forces. Their roles appear paired in certain activities. Kane might be invoked during the building of a canoe, while Kanaloa would be called upon once the canoe set out across the ocean. Some traditions also place them in some symbolic balance within the heavens, with Kane associated with the northern edge of the ecliptic, and Kanalua with the southern. In this way, Kanalua has occasionally been described metaphorically as the counterpart to Kane, sometimes interpreted as representing a deeper or hidden aspect in contrast to Kane's life giving presence. Kanalua is also widely associated with the ocean and seafaring, which may explain his connection to marine creatures such as the octopus and squid. In some interpretations, however, he is viewed as subordinate to Kane rather than an equal counterpart. Certain legends further connect Kanalua to the realm of spirits and to knowledge of magic. In these accounts, he becomes the leader of a group of spirits said to have been expelled or spit out by the gods. According to the story, he eventually led these spirits into a rebellion against the gods. The uprising failed, and the defeated spirits were cast down into the underworld as punishment. It is important to note that in traditional pre-contact Hawaiian belief, the ruler of the underworld and the dead was Milu, not Kanaloa. Sometimes figures appear in related Polynesian traditions, such as the Meru of other island cultures, reinforcing that association. In modern times, the symbol known as the Eye of Kanaloa has appeared in New Age teachings connected to a system called Huna. The design typically features a 7-pointed star surrounded by concentric circles divided by radiating lines. However, Huna was developed in the 20th century by a non-Hawaiian author and is not part of traditional Native Hawaiian religion. Many Native Hawaiians reject it as a modern invention that blends Hawaiian imagery with outside metaphysical ideas rather than reflecting authentic cultural belief.
I would do the same.
Yeah, I would
you
reject
can't just make something up.
No.
You're not even fucking
Hawaiian.
And you can't just tell us what we're going to believe in.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's down with the
Those
deities.
are
Those are the 4 major deities that are associated with the march.
Okay.
On these nights, the procession is believed to emerge from ancient burial sites or rise from the ocean before advancing toward former battlegrounds and other sacred locations. They travel together in formation, armed as warriors once were, with spears, clubs, or traditional weapons. Drums may sound, conch shells may be blown. The approach is announced before it is seen. Descriptions are consistent in one detail. They do not move like the living. Their feet are said not to touch the ground or water as they pass. But by sunrise, they are gone, leaving no physical trace of their presence.
That's kind of deceiving. You're not supposed to look at them or you die, but you're going to sound drums and conches. Look at me.
I'll explain later. The procession begins after sunset and continues until just before dawn. Those who live along traditional paths associated with the march speak of chanting carried on the wind, the echo of footsteps, the distant call of the poo or conch shell. Sometimes accounts mention a heavy, unpleasant odor preceding them. Some say it smells of death. Others claim a strong smell of sulfur. And torches that seem to intensify in brightness as the ranks draw nearer. While most sightings are said to occur at night, there are traditions that describe daytime appearances when escorting a dying relative to the spirit world. Ancient Hawaiian law held the ali'i, or chiefs, to be sacred. Certain aspects of their bodies were kapu, strictly forbidden to commoners. To violate that prohibition, even by sight, was punishable by death. So just by looking at when they were alive, by looking at the chiefs, it was punishable by death.
Okay.
Because it's disrespectful.
Oh, okay.
Within this cultural framework, the danger of witnessing the night marchers becomes clearer. To look upon a sacred procession without permission was not merely curiosity, it was defiance of divine order. So it's you going against the law of respect. Tradition warns that any mortal who stands or watches in open defiance risks violent death. Barriers placed in the path of the march are said to offer no protection. The only recognized act of safety is submission, lying face down on the ground, remaining motionless, and avoiding eye contact until the procession passes. Some versions state that you must strip buck-ass naked first before you lay down. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
And some even take it a step further and say you have to urinate on yourself, which might just come naturally if you ever hear the drums. Like maybe it's just people pissing themselves because they hear the drums. Are like, no, I heard this helps. Yeah, they won't touch you if you pee yourself. But apparently that's the final act of submission and pure humiliation.
Wonder what kind of bugs they have in Hawaii, because I'm not laying butt ass naked if there's like fucking scorpions and shit. I don't know what's in Hawaii.
I don't think scorpions are.
No, but I'm saying like
that's
bugs
more like desert.
That kind of scary type of things.
Now I think they have crabs, of course. Mm-hmm. So there's probably like big ass coconut crabs. Have you seen those? Mm-mm. Oh, they're these huge ass crabs that they eat the coconuts, and they're fucking huge. They're fucking huge.
My gosh. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You see one of those crawling around grabbing a fucking coconut to eat?
No, thank you. Fuck out of here with all that. Nope.
They're illegal to own, import, or transport in Hawaii, as they are considered an invasive species that threaten local ecosystems. While not native, rare isolated sightings have occurred 2014, 1989, usually involving illegal smuggled pets. They are dangerous and can grow to 3 feet in size.
Nope.
Yeah. Why do they taste good? Why do they taste like coconut? If that's what they eat.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, because I love crab.
I don't eat anything from the water, but you ever find out, let me know.
I will. There are also beliefs that ancestry can intervene. If a living person shares lineage with one of the warrior spirits, that ancestor may recognize them and call out Nau or mine. In doing so, the spirit claims the individual as family, signaling to the rest of the procession that they are not to be harmed. Protective measures extend beyond ancestry. Planting living tea plants or cordyline around a home is traditionally believed to discourage malevolent spirits, including the huakaʻi. Another long-standing belief holds that homes with doors aligned straight through from front to back allow the procession to just pass directly through.
Through your house?
Should the path require it. Yeah. So they shouldn't bug you then if you just have.
Yeah, but you still have to do the lay down thing?
Yeah, you can't look at them still. The tone of each march is set to reflect the alii being honored. A ruler known to love music may be accompanied by loud drumming and chanting. One who preferred quiet might be honored in mere silence. If the chief did not wish to walk, tradition holds that he would be carried by his warriors. In some accounts, the placement of the alii within the procession at the front, rear, or within the ranks relates to which aspects of them were considered kapu to behold. Some traditions describe marches accompanied by Hawaiian deities. When this occurs, torches are said to burn brighter. Certain accounts note symbolic numbers within the procession, including the significance of 5 in torch placement and reference to both male and female deities among the ranks. The goddess Hi'iaka, sister of Pele, is sometimes, I put rhymes with belly. That's what it said on the interweb. That's what I said on www.google.com.
That's what it said on the online.
On the interwebs. Sister of Pele, which rhymes with belly, is sometimes named in these traditions. The Night Marchers exist within the broader framework of Hawaiian spirituality and an ancient Polynesian belief system that is both polytheistic and animistic. It recognizes powerful gods such as Kane, Ku, Lono, and Kanalua, along with numerous other deities and ancestral guardians. Families may honor an Aumakua, a protective ancestral spirit that guides and safeguards descendants. Within such a worldview, the boundary between the living, the ancestral, and the divine is not distant, it is layered and present. Traditional Hawaiian religious practices endured suppression, but are now protected under the American Indian Religious Freedom Act. The stories, however, persisted regardless of the law. So that's good. That just because when Hawaii became part of America and they're all like, you can't have your native beliefs, you got to follow what we think, they still went ahead and passed on their traditions.
Okay.
Regardless of what the law was.
Good.
But now there's a law and act that says that they can, which is kind of shitty that has to be a law and act to give them permission
to believe in what they believe in.
Right.
Like, there's no laws here that make you believe in what, like, there's no law here is protecting you to believe in what you believe. You know what I mean? Like, there's no law saying you're protected if you believe in Christianity or Catholicism or anything like there's no laws. So why do they have to have one?
Right.
You know, shitty.
The legend of the Night Marchers remains one of the most enduring. They are described not as wandering ghosts, but as disciplined ranks fulfilling an obligation that did not end with death. From sunset until the edge of dawn, they are believed to move along ancient routes tied to memory, battle, and sacred duty. And according to tradition, if their approach is heard in the darkness, there is only one proper response. Lie face down, do not look, and wait until the drums fade.
So I wonder how long that actually takes because, like, it says from sundown to sun up.
Yeah, but they're marching the whole time, so they're crossing. So they're in a march,
right?
So
but like, is it long?
Think of like a parade.
Okay, so
maybe like
5 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm imagining.
Something like if they're just going to continuously like march nonstop, like you got to keep getting up, getting out, keeping up.
No, you know I think it's just they're moving through.
So once they move through, they're not coming back.
No.
Okay.
No. Until next time.
And does it happen every night?
No, I don't think it happens every night.
Okay.
I think it's just, I think it said like on special days that are recognized for the deities. Okay. So I found some stories on Reddit from people claiming to have bared witness to the Night Marchers. I'm going to share some of them with you now. So 5 years ago, Petuliki 808 wrote, my experience with Night Marchers. I live in Hawaii on an island called Maui, specifically in the city of Kahului, which is in the middle of the island. Anyway, there is a place called Hana. Hana means family, isn't it? Or Hana means home?
Ohana.
Oh, Ohana.
Ohana. It's family.
So Hana just means like friends.
We're just friends.
We're just Hana. We're not Ohana.
Ohanas. We're just
There's a place called Hana, which doesn't have as much buildings as Kahului. It's much more natural and had plenty of trees, which makes it an excellent place to camp. My cousin, aunt, and uncle from Minnesota wanted to camp there in cabins that you can rent. The night before we left, I slept next to my dad outside one of the 2 cabins that we rented. In the middle of the night, I woke up to the sound of footsteps, very clear footsteps. They were coming from the other cabin, so I looked over there, and there was what looked like a tall Hawaiian man stepping into the cabin. It looked like he was holding a weapon called leo mano, wreath of shark teeth. Oh, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
I got up and rushed to the house. I was terrified, but didn't want my aunt guys to get hurt. Okay. I ran up the stairs and walked into the house. Surprisingly, everyone was still sleeping and there was no man in the house. So I walked back to my cot and the footsteps started again, except it sounded like there were 10 or more people walking in the cabin and on the grass. I knew it was night marchers. Everything added up. I knew they wouldn't pay attention to me if I didn't stand in their way. I tried not to think of it that much, and I fell asleep in the next 30 minutes. When I woke up, I didn't say anything about it. My dad would have thought I was going crazy. But what creeped me out the most was that my uncle, who is Hawaiian, heard the same sound and described it the same way I heard it.
So technically she looked at it. So why, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it's if you like stare at it and watch it, which she didn't do.
I think I probably would. I couldn't help myself.
You'd be like peeking.
Yeah, I'd be like laying on my cot like this.
I'd be peeking. Like when you're a kid trying to watch for Santa Claus.
Like she's like, but how does she like knowing that it's ghosts and things like that? How can she just fall asleep?
I know. So I listen to Two Girls, One Ghost. And so they do listener stories a lot.
Yeah.
And they have people who talk about when they have a ghost in their house or whatever, and they experience it. And they said right afterwards, and then I just went to sleep. Like, how the fuck would you go to sleep after that? Like, I'd be awake. I'd be terrified. I'd be the one time that I felt that presence in my bedroom. And I was too scared to wake up Robbie because I was afraid that he would have the face of the
ghost
of whatever that was.
See, in my 2 ghost experiences, like I laid awake for a while, but I eventually fell asleep. But like I couldn't just be like,
yeah, go right to sleep. No. No. So this one's by Nearby Damage 5199, 3 years ago. Over 20 years ago, I was living in Kailua. Is that how you say it? Kailua? That's a drink. Kailua? Kailua on Kalahio. On Kalahio.
Kalahio?
I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Again, I don't know my Hawaiian geography. One night, I woke up to faint drumming that was getting louder. I looked out my window and could see a procession of Hawaiian warriors coming through the wood fence across the koi pond and approach my room. My turtle was in his tank and going crazy. I faced my wall but peeked, and some of the men were chanting. A few were drumming as they walked through my room straight out the back. Drumming was getting softer and softer, but then I could hear murmuring. I couldn't make out what they were saying, but they were just quietly conversing. I looked up and saw some Heole man and woman in period clothing strolling through my room and out the back wall, still quietly talking. They freaked me out more than the warriors. Neither group acknowledged my presence. So at least she peeked and got to see.
Yeah.
And nothing bad happened. This one is from the Classy Opportunist 10 months ago. Night marchers in Makaha Valley Hey everyone, I wanted to share something that happened to me the other night and see if anyone else on this side of the island has ever experienced anything similar. I'm Hapa Haole, born and raised on the mainland, but my mom is from Hawaii. I knew that one.
Well, you knew koi.
Koi. That's Japanese.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
My entire maternal family is here. Hawaii has always felt like my second home. And even though I wasn't raised here, I've always been really connected to the culture. A little over 10 years ago, my parents bought their vacation home in Makaha Valley. It's actually in the neighborhood with the Heiau, He, 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 Heiau, Heiau, something like that. When they were house hunting all over the island, my mom says she felt spiritually connected to this place and knew it was the one. She has mediumship abilities. And honestly, my whole family is pretty spiritually intuitive, myself included. I grew up hearing stories about different spiritual encounters they've had on the island. We're always super respectful of the land. Anytime my parents have work done on the property, they only hire local people who they know will pray and honor the land before touching anything. They've also had kahunas come.
Kahunas.
No, not kahunas, not big kahunas, but kahunas come to bless the home. And one of them told my mom that the property sits on the night marcher's path coming down the mountain. My mom always says we're safe and protected here. And for the most part, I believe that. But I've definitely felt eerie vibes at night sometimes. I usually just brush it off, knowing how sensitive I am to energy. But the other night, something happened that honestly shook me. I woke up around midnight to use the restroom and immediately felt like there was a presence in the room. I couldn't see anything, but I could feel it so strongly. I tried to ignore it and lay back down, but as soon as I closed my eyes, I started hearing the sound of drums. My heart was racing. I immediately started praying, asking God for protection. See, that kind of surprises me though.
Yeah.
Praying to God,
yeah.
you would think they'd pray to one of their deities.
Right.
I mean, maybe this person is Christian, but I would feel like, I don't know, you're on this land. I would feel like you would need to respect those deities.
Yes. Yeah. I would agree.
Whether or not that's your belief.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless she means God has them. Yeah.
That which also could be. I don't know. Because deep down, I already had a feeling about what it could be, and it scared the crap out of me. I stayed under the covers, and why do people do that? Why do we feel like covers protects us?
Or closing your eyes.
Yeah. I can't see it. It can't hurt me.
Yep. I don't know.
It's just funny.
It is.
I mean, we all do it though.
Yeah. Like you cover up.
Yeah.
Like you hear a noise in the house and you're like, they can't see you.
You can't kill me if I got my blankie.
They can see your lump. They can see you breathing.
Yeah.
Like it's very obvious there's a person there.
Yeah.
So they're going to get you regardless.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. But yeah, everybody does it.
Yeah. That's funny. I stayed under the covers, and after a while, the drumming stopped. But then I heard the sound of a conch shell being blown. It was close. It felt like it was right outside the sliding door in my bedroom that leads to the outside. I had my curtains closed, so I didn't see anything. But I'm not even gonna lie. I shot up so fast and ran straight into my parents' room. I've been sleeping on the couch in there ever since. I've been coming to Hawaii every year of my life. I'm in my late 20s now, and this was by far the scariest thing I have ever experienced here. My mom keeps telling me not to be scared, that I'm Hawaiian and protected, But hearing these stories my whole life and then actually experiencing it myself, yeah, it hit different. Anyways, just wanted to put this out there. Has anyone else had something like this happen over here, especially in Makaha? Would love to hear your experiences. Okay, and then this one is from the Honolulu magazine. They had a story in it. Ricky, a security guard at the Cades Shoot building, claims he once caught a glimpse of the night marchers during a brief trip to Wa'alua. I'm so sorry. Some 19 years ago. Ricky and his then girlfriend, Jennifer, visited their friend Richard and his son Ryan, who were camping on Makule Ia Beach. Ricky remembers the exact date, July 5th, 1995. They arrived on the beach between 10 and 11 p.m. A distant flash of light caught their attention in the dark. It looked like a line of fire ants marching down the mountain by Dillingham Airfield. And this is a quote. I thought people were hunting, but there was a long line of torches, he says. It was a strange sight at first because it looked like an endless line of torches disappearing off the mountain ridge. But he later realized those weren't hunters, but night marchers. He recalls hearing the legend of the night marchers as a kid at YMCA Camp Birdman. One staffer always used to warn young campers about the night marchers' path in the same spot he saw them. Luckily, Ricky and his friends survived to tell the tale. He never returned, though.
So I would be pissed off if a YMCA employee was telling my kid these ghost stories. You know what I mean?
But but it's a YMCA in Hawaii, so it's probably a native.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't like that.
They're warning them.
Or are they saying, you better not do this because this is going to happen?
No, I think they're warning them to be careful of the night marchers because they're not they're not used to that.
Yeah. I don't know. I still would be on the fence about that. I'd be like, let me tell my kid about that, not you.
No. I would want my child protected. If I didn't know better to tell them about the night marchers.
Yeah. Well, no, like
I would hope somebody who is from that tradition, from that culture.
If you didn't know, yeah. But if I knew and you were telling, like, let me tell my child. Don't tell my child. Like, don't.
Why?
Because what if they come home when they're like, it's kind of like people telling kids that Santa Claus isn't real. Like, that's not your job.
That's totally different.
To me, it's the same thing. Like, or like this is the boogeyman, Slender Man, like all that stuff. Like, people hear from other people, and it's like, no, let me tell my child about these things because then you just freak them out. That's how I feel about it.
See, but I don't think anybody actually believes in the boogeyman or Slender Man. These are native legends that they fully believe in. They 100% believe that these are real.
And I get that,
and they're wanting to protect these children that are in their care.
But some people use it as a punishment.
Quit thinking of it as the bad part. Always.
I don't think it. I don't know. I would just want to tell my kid.
You always think the worst, and I always try to think the best of people. I would appreciate them trying to protect my child.
I don't know. I would just be like, don't scare my child. Because I feel like they would be scared.
I'd rather them be scared and protected than just ignorant and unaware. And
do you think
and watch?
But don't you feel like the ghosts know innocent people?
I have no idea what the ghosts think. These are our hardcore warriors.
That's true.
They want you to piss yourself.
That's true too. We can't just go by you until you piss yourself.
Yeah, you best pee. As dawn creeps over the islands, the night marchers vanish. No footprints, no torches, just a lingering echo of drums and the faint smell of, well, death. But if you ever hear their march in the night, remember the rules. Get yourself buck-ass naked, lie face down, and don't open your eyes. So if you find yourself trembling in the dark, pee flowing freely, just go with it. It just may save your life. Mahalo for joining us tonight. Stay low, stay humble, and maybe keep a change of undies nearby. That was the Night Marchers.
Okay. But you're supposed to be naked, so you don't need underwear.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I mean, some say you have to get naked, not all of them.
And some say you have to pee, but not all of them.
Right.
So, your preference, I guess.
Or if it just starts flowing, go with the flow. Because I'd probably piss myself.
Oh, yeah. Not even like on purpose. It would just be like, scaring death. Like,
yeah.
And
yep, there it goes.
I can't stop it now.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's something that's interesting, I think. Having the Night Marchers.
Yeah.
Like,
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And to experience that,
could you imagine the vibration, feeling the drums as they're going through your room? Like, I can't imagine.
That would make my hair stand up.
I would feel like my heart would just beat.
I don't know if I would just be like frozen or if I'd be like, I need to get on the ground now. I think I would freeze at first and be like, oh shit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then like, oh, I got to get down on the ground.
Thank God for that YMCA employee telling me what to do.
I would just assume if you're a native there, you're going to know about it. So like, let me tell my kid. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, but might not be native kids there at the YMCA camp. It might be kids going to summer camp. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it. And I like the different aspects of it, like the different deities and all their meanings, like how they yin yang with each other, and one does this to counteract it, or one is doing
everybody has a role.
Yeah.
It's not just up to one god.
Yeah. But why what caused the people to, it was war? Like, why did these marchers die? Were they warriors? Like,
yeah, they're warriors.
Or people, like, they died in war?
I would assume so. Died in battle, died protecting, died doing their duty.
Okay.
And they continued to do so after death. Protecting their chief or chiefess.
Chiefess. That just sounds so weird. And you can say that, and that's fine, but that's why I feel like children should be excluded from that, because they're innocent. They're not trying to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, why can't I look at you? I didn't do anything. I'm not trying to go after you.
I don't know.
You know?
Oh. Maybe they want to hurt children. I don't know.
What if I'm just there visiting and I just be like, oh, I didn't do anything to you, and I'm not trying to go after your chief or chiefess.
I don't know.
I should be spared, okay? Hawaii.
They're coming after you.
I know. They're going to be like, this bitch comes to Hawaii, she's done.
I'm going to order a conch shell on Amazon. I'm going to stand outside your door and blow it. And you better piss yourself.
I better get naked and piss myself. You just want to see me naked.
Oh, well, you know.
So, okay. That was interesting, though. I liked it.
Yay for Hawaii.
Yes.
It's kind of fun because Hawaii's kind of like separate from the rest of the United States. You know, it's an island. It's got its own culture.
It really does.
You know,
like it's part of the United States,
but it's separate.
But it's got its own culture. Like,
just like with Alaska.
Yeah. And just like with
the Inuits.
Puerto Rico is part of the United States.
Yeah.
But it's its own culture. So it's like, you know, you think of America
as all the same.
and they all speak English and they all have the same
ideals.
And there's the same drama and the same bullshit, just in a different state.
Yeah.
It's just the same. Everybody's cultures are very similar.
Yes.
Those are very different.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
So,
and I like learning about different cultures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you guys have any night marcher stories, any glitches in the Matrix, any Bigfoot sightings, let us know how big his foot is. You can send those in to our Gmail account at Spine-ChillingChatsPodcast@gmail.com. Or you can submit them on our website, which is www.spine-chillingchatspodcast.com. On there's also links to our Spotify list, so you can listen to past episodes. You can hit our merch shop and get some merch. I'm wearing our...
I almost wore that the other day.
Our hot cool summer tank top. I ordered our spring... our spring line t-shirts for us, but it won't be here until
the day or the 2 days after our trip.
Yeah.
So
I'm a little bummed.
Yeah.
But whatever. So you can buy you some merch.
Mm-hmm.
You can look cool like us. Our bios on there, pictures on there, which we need to update really bad.
Yeah.
Maybe this summer we'll take new ones. Please check us out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. If you're just listening to us on one of the many podcast platforms we're on, you can also see our smiling faces on Spotify and YouTube because we have video form.
Mm-hmm.
It's really worth it to watch the videos. I do add a lot of extra pictures and stuff like that. If you want to see anything like that.
Or us in all of our glory.
Yeah. Please check it out.
Yeah.
Please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things.
All the things.
And that's it.
That's it.
All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this. We hope you come back. And most of all, we hope you keep it spooky. Aloha.
Guys. You threw me off.